disappointed in the way they played last night, and they apparently had a pretty intense practice this morning. So we knew they were going to come out. And if I could ever find the answer to how to get a team ready after you beat them in their own barn, and we talked about it. I don't have the answer to that. But at the same time, I can talk about the fact that it was the best time that we could have picked to have our best third period. And we really hadn't had a third period like that, and maybe the fact that we were behind kind of kicked us in gear and forced us to play at the level where we did. We finally figured out that we were playing big boy hockey tonight against a team that was very upset, and we played more like they did in the first two periods. Found a way to get a couple goals.
You were unable to do this a year ago, losing after 3 or trailing after 2. You never found a way to come back. What does this do for the team's psyche to do something like that?
Well, I was talking to Brian Bosick before the game about confidence, and one of my favorite stories about confidence comes from Martina Navratilova, who talks about the fact that, you know, you get confidence by being in great shape. You get confidence by practicing hard and getting your skills home, but you really solidify it when you do stuff in a game. Then she would say, then you go back to work again. But the fact that we were able to do what we did tonight in the third period allows us to get that feeling of, hey, we can do this. Now we go back to work again, we start that process all over.
You double shifted the Zingerly line to start the third, and that, because they were doing they had a pretty good checking line on them for the most part. That seemed to, obviously because you got to go off that shift, that really kind of turned the momentum up there.
Well, that part of the game, you're trying to find an edge. And they had a good short first shift. There was a whistle, and then we threw them back out there again, and it was fortuitous that they were out there. And right guy for us had the puck on the stick.
Two of your veteran guys not get both of your goals for you. I mean, as opposed to last year when you had a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, this is kind of the next step for them.
Big time. We got to have them do that. We don't, I know a lot last year. And I hate going talking about it, but it'd be Mr. Schultz that was doing that kind of stuff for us. Now we had a couple other guys here step up, and we need that to happen.
Had you played, might that have been your best period of this year? I know.
No. I
because you were back, you were a little on your heels just a bit to start the third last night. That's when they kind of got put.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. But I think that we had some periods up in Green Bay. Are you talking about the third period, or
your
just
your third period was the best period you've had to this point?
Of our third period. So our first period of both our games up in Green Bay, we were pretty darn good too last year.
Rumble held you in. I mean, I'm sure he'd like to have that second goal back, but still, he did early on. He seemed to be the difference for you guys.
He gave us a chance to get our feet underneath us. And that's what you need your goaltender to do in some games, and he did that for us tonight.
Was it a tough decision to bring him back again tonight?
Not at all. When a guy pitches a goose, you're going to give him the ball as quickly as you know that he's ready to go.